That we got to sometimes remove that weight and that sin because there are places and goals that we have to get to, even in Crossing Jordan Ministries, that if we don't get there, if we don't get there at the appropriate time, you can miss some blessings.
Yes. Come on now.
You can miss your blessing. So fasting is important for us because in order for us sometimes to get to the place where we need to be, we need to have our mind clear. And how many of us know that when we're thinking about 1,000,007 things, because that's the strongest weight we got, our mind is cluttered with stuff we don't need. If our minds looked at like, or if our houses look like what our minds look like,
wow,
boy, we be tripping all over stuff trying to get to our house.
Yeah.
Because our minds have a ton of clutter. And so God said, well, it's got to be a way where we can remove it. But listen, now check this out. If you remove every sin and weight that you got, some of us will be dormant. And some of us will
lay
be
aside
empty.
every sin and weight.
Now I don't have any orders. Now I don't have any tasks. So God said, well, let me give you something that can be in you to where if you fill it up with the right things, you can still move around and do the things you need to. Some of us used to be a little heavier than we are right now. Some of us, God blessed us to lose some weight. And now there are things that we used to couldn't do because we were too big to do them, that now we're smaller and boy, we can move. We can move. We can get around. We can do things. And it's all because, but then now check this out. Then you eat the right food and the right things that you need, and it gives you what? Energy.
Yeah.
And see, that's where fasting and prayer comes in, talking with the Lord, reading his word, allowing him to fill you with the right foods
Come on
every day,
now.
so that when we get ready to run, because Crossing Jordan, this is a year where I believe that we are going to be blessed tremendously, but we've got to be obedient to the word and God's order in the ministry in order to get those things established. So what do we have to do? We got to fast. And so that on the day of Pentecost, if the Lord is going to come in and he's a man of his word, I ain't never seen a person that you invite them over and they cool with you, that they not going to come into your house if you ask them to come. If they can come,
they're going to show up.
And what God is saying, okay, so y'all going to fast for 50 days for me? Y'all going to fast for 50 days for me to come? Oh, I'm a gentleman. On Pentecost, I'll be here. So y'all be here with your weight down. Y'all be here with your weight down. And watch what's going to happen. He's going to fill us up with something to where we'll never hunger again. He's going to fill us up with something to where we'll never thirst again. God. And all of the questions that we need will be answered. And all of the things that we're asking him for will be received. And we got to believe that. And that's why we fast. You cannot fast without believing that when you have put some stuff aside, God will replenish everything that you lost.
Yes, God. Yes.
In bulk. 100-fold. Anybody believe that today?
Yes.
And it's the truth. So we're fasting. And fasting is not just from food. People will turn their plate down and still be hellified.
Come on.
I can turn my plate down and drink 6 glasses of wine and be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can turn my plate down and still fornicate, commit adultery, and do some of everything else in the world at the end of the day. And will that please God? No, you just put down one thing and picked up something else. Baby, that's another way.
Exactly.
But now check this out. A sacrifice isn't a sacrifice if it didn't hurt to give it up.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So if sacrifice isn't a sacrifice until it hurts that you give something up. Sort of kind of like Abraham was going to have to give up his son. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was going to hurt him, but he was going to be obedient to God because he knew that God had some purpose for his life. You understand that? If we knew that, then it ain't going to be so hard to give up some of the things that we give up.
Thank you, Holy Spirit.
Can I be honest? I would love. I passed 3 liquor stores, man. I passed 3 of them and was just driving and thinking to myself, boy, you know, today is Friday.
Transparent.
I wouldn't mind having a glass. But you know what? The fast started and we wasn't supposed to drink nothing but water. So what did I have to do? I had to hurt my flesh, hurt my desires, hurt my will, and say, you know what? For you, God, though, I will put it aside.
Yes, God.
And there are so many things that if we put it to the side, boy, you can see a clearer picture on a lot of stuff. for a whole year.
Yes.
And that 1 year that we fasted,
next year?
the next year, it was
Man.
blessings flowing all over. Why? Because our minds
That's been
was
my
clear.
greatest.
We had
My
people
greatest.
at church at 10 o'clock down on their knees slain before church started. We had not one Sunday that went by that we wasn't shouting and slaying.
Wow.
People was getting cars. People were getting houses.
Yes.
People were getting
Yes.
jobs. Let me
Yes.
tell you, when you move aside the sins and the weights out of your life and you really fast and you really pray and you really do this thing, God is pleased, even to the point that he'll start just pampering you. Boy, you find yourself having a new boyfriend. All of a sudden, that dude that's been your weight for 10 and 15 years no longer ain't even your weight
Come on.
anymore. Come on. All of
Yes.
a sudden, you got a new...
Do we feel some
You
kind
ain't
of
no
way?
You talking about that man that won't act right, that husband that can't get it right for some reason, and you been praying.
That boo thing that you couldn't get rid of, that you ain't never married, and he don't want to marry you.
Mellow,
Come on now.
move.
Those weights, the weights that you never thought you could put down.
Yeah.
See, when you get serious with the fast and you really understand what you're doing, you're saying, Lord, I'm giving up what I want to do to submit to your will and your way and to your desire. From that point on, God says, if you've given me the opportunity now to just go full force, now you gotta trust me. How many of y'all that had some operation and you had to trust that when you close your eyes and they inject, let me tell you, ain't no turning back once they give you that medicine, right, Nita? Once they give you that medicine to knock you out, once they give you that medicine to knock you out, ain't no turning back. You will be knocked out. You will not remember what happened, and they are going to cut you open.
Mellow.
And we have to trust that when they do that, we're going to actually wake back up.
Yeah.
We have to trust that when we wake back up, we're going to be better. Well, we're going to have to do the same thing in the potter's hand. We're going to have to totally give our life and our will over to him. Tell him that we're going to get rid of all of our desires and everything that we've been putting on our agenda that's not in his will, and allow him to come in, carve us, mold us, shape us, and just believe that when we wake up from this thing, that God is going to build us stronger, more powerful, and more beautiful than ever. And he will.
Yes, he will.
And he will.
Yes, yes, glory God.
That's what this fast is all about. That's what the purpose of this fast is. You know, not for us to just be tormented. This ain't hell. Fasting is not hell. Let's not get it twisted. Fasting is for us. And if you really understood the blessing behind it, come on, prime example. You be mad in the mug when you got to pay your bills, don't you? And especially if you got to give up $1,000 a month for your rent, and you know you wanted them shoes, and you know you wanted that purse, or you know you wanted to get that meal, or you wanted to just have some money in your bank account. But don't it feel good to be able to live in your house just yet another month after you pay your bills, even though you broke?
Yes.
And that's what it is. That's what I believe that people need to really view fasting as. So as we fast, we're fasting for the 50 days, hoping that on Pentecost, the Lord will come by and see our new figure and find us pleasing in his eyesight.
Yes,
oh, baby, you done took off some weight. Oh, baby, you looking good now. Oh, you looking real good right now. You looking real super good now. Let me give you this. Let me pamper you with this. Let me shower you with these blessings. Let me give you that job you've been asking for. If you give that up for me, God will give you, man, he'll give you everything that your heart desires. How do I know? Because he do it every single time we fast.
Yes.
Anybody here witness to that?
Yes.
Every single time that we fast,
time.
God blows stuff up. Listen, man, he can do the miraculous when we fast. Man, I done seen felons get $18, $19 an hour after fasting. I done seen people lives change and things that they didn't think they could ever break from doing. Totally broken. Fasting breaks chains. Fasting, man, releases shackles. Fasting removes strongholds.
Yes,
fasting gives you a new mindset. Fasting gives you power. Because it's when you're weak that he is strong.
Yes.
That's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing. So for the next 50 days, we're going to be giving up things that I know we like. And what are the most common things? Television. Most common things, our music. What we take in, we've already went over it and we discussed it before. That what we put in our ear gates can determine or change how we think. And you don't even think so from the beginning. But listen to some secular music for a week and find out, don't you start thinking of things you ain't never thought of before.
Yeah.
Watch something on television like Empire got me messed up. And I had to say, you know what, they bogus. Because we watched it faithfully every week and people's minds start changing. Things start changing in how people attitudes are.
Yep.
Even your kids that
Yes.
watch the show start getting
Yes.
rebellious against their
Come on.
parents because there's a rebellious little child in there that just wants to take his daddy out. You know, and all of these things are being fed into our spirit, and we eat it like them chips that you can burn, and they're flammable. We eat it like that hamburger that can't even be destroyed, but we eat it. You know what I'm saying? We consume this stuff like it's actually good for us. But you ever seen anybody, would y'all go out there and eat trash? Would anybody go outside, pick up a hamburger that's been thrown on that pavement and pick it up and eat it? Well, you have to look at it the same way with our intake. With what we spiritually intake. It's just like picking up dung and eating it. It's just like eating with the pigs, man. And it's the same thing. But because we cannot physically taste it, people don't understand it.
Hit them back.
That's why we got to get rid of it. Change your taste buds. I know it tastes good. Chitlins is good, but it's not always good for you. You know what I'm saying? Some of them down south meals that we had got plenty of my family members with a zipper right here. You know what I'm saying? Where they had to cut their chest open and do a triple bypass surgery because we done ate some of everything we had no business eating in the first place, and it got good to us, but it wasn't good to our body. And that's the same thing when we turn on televisions and we openly and willingly receive what they're giving to us in our eye gates and our ear gates. Not only that, but some of the foods that we intake. And some people get obsessed with foods. I mean, we get super obsessed with food. Girl, I gotta have my coffee every day. If I ain't got my coffee, I ain't gonna have a good day. And that becomes a habit. Now check this out. And then you find yourself not being able to give it up. Even if God were to tell you to give up that, would you give it up?
Yeah. Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's those things that's pushing us or putting gaps between us and our relationship with God. Because now look at this like this. Every single time that you allow something to take over your life to that magnitude, now God no longer has full, complete control. And we don't say it like that because it be small stuff. Like coffee. Small stuff. Like drinking or small little, very small stuff. Real small stuff like lying every day. Or, take